let's talk some more about the best gameplay features ever in Pokemon. If you missed the last video, I recommend you check it out. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to leave a like and share it with your friends. The Wild Area. Pokemon has needed open world since the move to console, and honestly, sometime before then. The Wild Area in Pokemon Sword and Shield gave us the first move to open exploration, and it was amazing. You go wherever, you find Pokemon, the strong Pokemon overworld spawns spiced it up. Now, when it comes to future games, we're probably not going to have like Dynamax battles and max raid dens, but it really just kind of means you can find Pokemon anywhere in any kind of way. And we also saw like the outbreaks and other ways that Pokemon can have an interesting spawn dynamic in Pokemon Legends Arceus. So yeah, that's what Pokemon always needed. You just have a big place to explore, you throw Pokemon all around them, some respawning items, good to go, GG easy. And don't worry, because Pokemon Scarlet and Violet has already confirmed a completely open world with free exploration. So after the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC made the wild area even better, and we can see in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet trailers that yeah, this is just going to be a bigger, better wild area, things are going to be pretty good for the future of Pokemon. But let's talk about the respawning items, because that's another amazing gameplay feature. Remember Cerulean Cave in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee? You can just kind of collect Pokemon, so you can go for catch combos, you can do some shiny hunting. You can get a freaking Master Ball while you're just getting really, really good items constantly. Now, I did talk about daily respawning items in my last video, but I forgot about persistent respawning items, which are just as good, if not better, in some situations, and then it just augments the gameplay like we saw in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Just running around, you see a shiny, you pick it up, boom! That could turn into Pokédollars or just be a useful item, and now everything about your gameplay is smooth and enhanced. I don't know how much crazier it's going to get for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but Pokemon Let's Go, we saw Master Balls. Pokemon Sun and Moon, we had like rare candy locations. There was also like rare candy spawns in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And you can also frequently harvest items in Pokemon Legends Arceus, so all of that comes together for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's open world. Okay, we just have the best Pokemon game coming out this year. Neat. Now I know you forgot about this one, and I'm about to blow your mind. Destructible terrain. One in chat if you forgot about it. Now, there's not much to say, though, because in Pokemon X and Y, depending on where you were, something could appear in the background. If you use the right move, it would break, and then you got an item out of it. But that's really cool. That's the kind of gameplay flow I've been talking about with these videos. That the little min-maxes and optimizations that reward you in Pokemon is what makes the grind so good. And there were some really awesome items and awesome things you could do with the destructible terrain, but unfortunately it just didn't really get that used. A lot of people didn't know it existed. Not a lot of people knew how to trigger it unless they like stumbled into it by accident in some kind of casual playthrough. But I mean, evolution stones, competitive items, but maybe that was the problem. It was just good. It wasn't like this incredible secret mechanic that everyone had to know about to make their Pokemon X and Y gameplay the greatest ever. But maybe if this feature came back with even more quality of life, like what if you could just break something in the background and get rare candies? And now that we have like size candies, that can make things even better. Size candies, also one of the greatest features ever implemented in Pokemon, because you use an XL candy and then you get the benefit of multiple rare candies while just going around doing max raid battles and then like training to a Pokemon to level 100 to then get it bottle capped and make a hyper train Pokemon super easy. That was really nice. Getting it to like certain breakpoints, that way you can make it competitive, also really, really good. And that's honestly something that disappointed me with Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Why can't I trade spheres for size candies in the underground? Why don't I have a chance of finding medium, large, or extra large candies while digging? Or how about if I'm just like in the underground areas and I'm fighting Pokemon, why is there just not a tiny chance I can find a candy? Or maybe like you change the held item tables to where like specific Pokemon, specific areas, they just hold candies, therefore you have a pseudo reward that kind of offsets with Dynamax raids not being in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shine Pearl. You know, Pokemon's at its best when it's really adding onto the quality of life instead of not finding a way to fit it in to a different system in a different game. Another really good feature from Pokemon X and Y, berry breeding. Yo, berry farming in Pokemon is one of my favorite things to do because, yeah, if you have an unlimited amount of Lepa berries and citrus berries and then like competitive berries, your Pokemon game is feeling good. And in Pokemon X and Y, you had to earn it because you have to plant trees next to each other. They cross-pollinate. That gives you a different species of berry that you can then farm, and then you can work your way up the chain and get really rare berries like the Key Berry and the Moringa Berry, as well as like Salac and other competitive berries and stuff. So that's a really, really cool way to implement the system and make berries, which are sometimes inaccessible to certain players, like need to be obtained through events or something, very accessible. But unfortunately, hacking and the massive cheating problem Pokemon, instead of using this really interesting and engaging gameplay feature, losers just hacked around it and then complained that, oh man, it's too difficult to do things in Pokemon, so I need to cheat, even though the features are there, and they're really good if we're playing in a pure setting. Now, in the first video, I said that catch combos are the greatest gameplay feature ever in Pokemon, but depending on the day, I would also say that the cram-o-matic is the greatest thing to ever happen in Pokemon. Move over Pokemon Legends Arceus. The Isle of Armor did it first and did it best because we have a way of recycling useless items. Who's going to use iron barbs or a million different berries or 30 light clay or just these competitive items that don't really do much of anything? Well, now there's like an alchemy system to where like rare items that you might not even use have a point value that can get you rare candies and bottle caps or TRs or just any really useful, otherwise hard to obtain item. It was so good, and I feel like Game Freak stumbled into perfection with the system, and it needs to make a return in every future Pokemon game, because, again, just recycling items to get what you want, once you understand the system, is incredible, and one of the best things ever in Pokemon. Next up, we have the various alt currencies of Pokemon. Man, people were sleeping on Watts because you engage with the game. You're supposed to do tons of max raid battles. That way you get high IV Pokemon, item rewards, TRs, but then you just have a pocket full of Watts that you can use to get more Dynamax raids, TRs, and then items you can sell for money. Watts were really good, and then there's the digging duo, and it all just kind of kept folding into itself. And then with the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC, it got even better with Armorite Ore. I remember the anticipation of seeing Armorite Ore in the data mine, and it did not disappoint. So you grind out the Armorite Ore, you get all the other things I talked about, and then you can cash in the Armorite Ore for even more goodies. The dopamine of numbers going up was good with all of these alternative currencies. But even then, back to the basics, BP. Tried and true, the Battle Tower also getting a really nice upgrade in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And then you turn around and you can get whatever you want. Boom, ready to go competitive. So yeah, not just Pokédollars are awesome, but other ways of getting currency make Pokemon better. After that, we have TRs, and I really enjoyed TRs because, once again, all the gameplay came together. Oh, if I'm looking for a specific water-type move that's really good competitive. And then there was the cram-o-matic making TRs even more accessible. So yeah, just like different ways of spicing up the gameplay, but not making it to where you have to go too far out of your way to make it happen. And then that just kind of expanded the TM/TR list to where, hey, if a Pokemon needs a good competitive move, there was just an easy way to access it one way or another. Okay, easy being subjective, because there were some TRs that were kind of common and kind of annoying to get, but overall, like, you put in the work and then you get the reward out of it. Horde battles probably should make a return at some point because it was really good for EV training, really good for shiny hunting, so a multi-use feature. Not only do unitaskers suck in the kitchen, but they're also really bad in Pokemon, but it would need a quality of life upgrade because there's nothing worse than getting 2 shiny Pokemon or a weird opportunity at getting a hidden ability and then missing because you're only allowed to catch 1 Pokemon in the Horde. Just not making them restrictive for seemingly no reason would be awesome. And that wraps it up for this video with all of the amazing gameplay features in Pokemon. If you've got some other ones, comment down below. We might get 3 parts out of this video. I know I forgot about something, or I would have something to say about a feature that maybe people want. Difficulty mode sucks, objectively brings nothing of value into Pokemon games. Also with the Battle Frontier, after all the things I've talked about, The Battle Frontier is outdated, and it wasn't even good when it was in the games, which is why people didn't play with it, which is why it was removed from Pokemon as shown with Game Freak interviews. I feel like it's a waste of time with all the creative quality of life we've seen in modern Pokemon games, but that wraps it up. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.